Cambodia is a beautiful country in Southeast Asia, bordered by Thailand, Laos, and Ao Lac or Vietnam. The country is a fascinating mix of breathtaking scenery, simple cultures and traditions, stunning ancient temples, colonial architecture, genuine friendliness, and more. Cambodia has a magnificent and spiritual past. The glory of the Khmer Empire stretched from eastern Thailand and Laos to South Ao Lac or Vietnam. The temples of Angkor, capital of Cambodia's ancient Khmer Empire, are a perfect fusion of creative ambition and spiritual devotion. Angkor Wat is still the spiritual heart of the country, where people come to pray every day. Because of the spiritual atmosphere that exists in every Cambodian's heart, the country is blessed by God's grace, especially in its time of need. Cambodia has had the great fortune to receive the love of Supreme Master Chinghai many times since the 1990s. She has provided financial assistance, and association members assisted the Cambodian impoverished war and natural disaster victims. When the country suffered through both a flood and drought season during which crops were destroyed and the shortage of food was severe, hundreds of thousands of Cambodians were on the fringe of starvation. Supreme Master Chinghai contributed over 6,000 tons of rice, which was delivered quickly to those affected, in a large-scale project called Raising Center. In the midst of barren and desolate acres of land, Supreme Master Chinghai and association members constructed a new school, hospital, and Buddhist temple for the Cambodians. Free medical supplies, health examinations, and medical assistance were provided by our association members in the medical field. The royal family of Cambodia, including King Singhaduc Norodom, the Queen, and Princess, have expressed their deepest gratitude towards Supreme Master Chinghai and have invited her to the palace. At the opening ceremony of the Raising Center, Princess Marie Ranarid expressed her gratitude to Supreme Master Chinghai. Over the years, Supreme Master Chinghai has accepted invitations by the earnest truth aspirants to visit their land. We now invite you to listen to an enlightening discussion by Supreme Master Chinghai with our association members entitled The Reincarnations of Shakyamuni Buddha on May 16, 1996 in Cambodia.
Supreme Master Chinghai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centres near you.
It was now a full month since the Serpent King had been caught, and during that entire period he had not eaten. In the palace under the river Kampa, the Serpent Queen Sumana began to wonder and worry. So she went and gazed at the lucky pond and saw that the water was as red as blood. Now she knew that he must have been caught by a snake charmer. So she traveled on to the city and went straight to the palace courtyard, where she saw her lord dancing for the amusement of a large crowd. She stood poised in the air above, weeping and lamenting. The Serpent King, as he danced, looked up and seeing his queen, felt so ashamed that he crept into his basket and hid himself. Funny. Why? He asked for trouble himself, no? Did he not? He wanted to be a hero, no? A bodhisattva, a saint, Serpent King. I know why he should be embarrassed about the mission that he tried to fulfill. The king, seeing that the snake had stopped dancing, called out, "What is the matter?" Looking up, he too saw the Serpent Queen hovering in the air. He was astonished at this vision and asked, "Who are you that shine like the lightning or a blazing star? Are you a goddess? For I can see that you are not human." "I am neither goddess nor human," Great king, I am a serpent queen who has come here with a great purpose. Tears flow from your eyes, and you seem to be full of anger. Tell me, lady, why have you come here? Sir, the serpent who dances before you was seized by a man for profit. He is my lord, and I have come to ask for his freedom. The king asked, how could this half-starved man catch such a powerful snake? Tell me, serpent queen, how this happened. Great king, this serpent is so mighty that he could burn this town to cinders. He allowed himself to be caught so as not to break a vow that he had made. And how did the man catch him? On fast days, this royal snake used to lie near the highway. There the snake charmer caught him. He is a king of 16,000 serpents who live below the river Kampa. Set him free, O king. Buy his liberty from this man. With gold, 100 cattle and a village, perform this merciful deed, O great king. The king agreed to free the serpent king. Turning to the Brahmin, said to him, I will buy this royal snake's freedom from you. I will give you jewel earrings and 100 pieces of gold. I will give you a finely cushioned throne, a bow, 100 cattle, 2 wives of equal birth with you, and same caste. Yeah. In India, people don't marry people of different caste. Like Brahmin, man would marry a Brahmin woman from the Brahmin caste because they have 4 castes. The Brahmin is the highest caste in India. And then come to the Christic caste, mean the warriors. And then some businessmen, money maker. And then the last Shudra, means those who do manual work, labor work. Once I was on the river bank of the Ganges River, performing my sadhana, meditating. I had a 1-week retreat in the middle of the Ganges River, where there was a small island of sand and rocks, and the wind blow into your eyes with all sand. That is a very perfect place for meditation, because you can never open your eyes. Yes, so I chose that island to meditate. On the river bank of the Ganges River, there was a holy man, very famous, because he performed a lot of tapasya, means very austere performances, like burning 12 big fires all around you during summer noontime, and sitting on the hot sand with nothing on your body, not even a head, with a burning fire as well, to symbolize the burning passion and you want to conquer it. For example, like that. Or sitting naked on the frozen night, thing like that. Huh? Every austere things he did. All the things that most yogic required to show your willpower and endurance, he did. Perhaps he's gone now. But he was very old then. I heard he was very holy, so I went there, to have an audience with him. I bought some fruit for him as offering, which he gave to his disciple. So I said, I would like to meditate here. Is it possible? He said, yes, anywhere you like. Anywhere is a holy land. So I saw the island, one of his disciples meditated there before. So I just went there to see. And the island in the middle of the Ganges River, it was in Rishikesh. Rishikesh is a very holy place for Indian people. And many of the sages and the saints have blessed the soil of Rishikesh with their holy feet. They always come there and meditate since ancient time. That's why Rishikesh is very holy to Indian people. Shakyamuni Buddha was supposed to meditate there too for a while. And some of the famous Indian teachers also have been there. One of the master of Kuan Yin method, like Kirpa Singh of Bias, he was also meditating there for 6 months before he came out to teach the word. So I was there too. I just wear in a very ordinary cotton white Indian woman wear. Huh? It's very respectable for Indian woman. You cover your behind and your knees. And it's loose with the trousers and a tunic, then similar like that. And I have the collar up to here even. So it's okay. And he said, anyway, so I went and checked up the small island in the middle of the Ganges River. The Ganges River is not always peaceful. Huh? In some places, the current is very, very swift, and you must be careful. And there's not always a boat to cross the river. Sometimes you have to walk, or sometimes you have to wait the next day. So the island was in the middle of a very swift current, and you can only go there early in the morning and return very late at night, where the Ganges River come very low in the morning. The ebbs and tide of the Ganges River accordingly. Huh? You have to go very early in the morning before the sunrise and come back after sunset. And then you have to be careful walking on the stones because you might fall into the swift currents and say goodbye to the Lord of Maya of this world. Anyhow, so I went there and meditated for a week. Now let's go back to the incident about the Brahmin, the powerful caste system in India. So on the bank of the Ganges River, there lived that holy man in his hut, yeah? And many of his disciples come and go, and some attendants come and go to fetch water for him. He has some of the attendants. So they fetch water for him from the Ganges River and cook for him, things like that, okay? And one of the small girl, about 10 years old, went to fetch water at the Ganges River. So I happened to just come out of the cave from the island. So I saw her, a small girl with two very big buckets, and she happened to fall down or something. So I hurried up to come and help her up to her feet. But she hit me. She hit me and shoo me away, And I was very astonished. So I just said, I'm sorry. And then when I came in, I asked the master, what did I do wrong? Through the interpretation of another small kid. He was 7, but he was a wizard. He knows English through and through and through. And he translated all the spiritual kind of terminology, not just how are you and have you eaten, thing like that. So it was very cool. Because he learned directly from an English teacher who was a disciple of this master. So he said, oh, this girl was a Brahmin. It's a Brahmin caste. Don't you touch them. So I asked him, how can I know which is a Brahmin that I should not touch? He said, just don't touch any Indian. So I thought that was a very wise and enlightened advice. So you see, India, there are so many things you should learn before you go. Don't just rush to the Himalaya in a hot climate. The more you're careful, the better. Because anything rotten or any little unhygienic substance could make you sick. That's why I'm very particular about hygiene in the kitchen. I just worry about the general health of the public. And remember, every time you are in the public, if you are sick, if you know you're sick or doubt that you're sick, please take a mask. Put a mask, cover your nose and your mouth. Not your nose alone or your mouth alone, because they're connected. And because if you're in the public, you might talk to somebody, accidentally, even though you don't want to, but you forget. Or somebody come near you and talk to you. Or when you take in the food in the general kitchen, you will breathe bacteria into the public's food and contaminate the whole group. So please take note and remember this and protect yourselves as well as other people's health and convenience. Because sometimes some of the very common illnesses, but to some people it's very grave, because their resistance is low, or they are children, or they are old age people. They are not as strong as you are. You can withstand the disease, but when you spread it to the weaker person, it's become very grave for him or her. So please be merciful and remember this. It's a little bit inconvenient to wear the mask like that, but it's worth the sacrifice, don't you think? Oh, okay, remember, huh? I do that too. I did it one time when I went to Singapore. I was having a kind of cold, common cold, and then I wore the mask through the custom and on the airplane everywhere. And it helps. But it was very bad with children, because some of the children in Singapore I love so much, and they love me so much. But I tell them to keep away for a few days. But sometimes they couldn't help it, they couldn't bear it. They come around and hug all the same. But at least I have the mask, so it's all right. Okay, remember, huh? Your family members and your fellow practitioners, you have to protect them anytime. Okay, now, we go back to the Benares. Now the king has offered the Brahmin many golds and silvers and prizes and wives and blah, 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 whatnot, in order to buy the liberty for the snake. Now the Brahmin replied to the king, I want no gift, Your Majesty. I will release the serpent of my own free will. So he took the serpent king out of his basket. The serpent crept into a flower, and because of the suffering he had undergone, he was able to put off his reptile shape and emerge in the form of a magnificently dressed young man. Wow. Just to dance a few tunes and you became a man. Samana, the serpent queen, came down from the sky and stood beside her lord. The serpent king bowed respectfully to King Ugasena. Great king, I pay you homage and give you all my gratitude. Now that I am free once more, I will return to my palace. Where is your palace, Serpent King? I would like to see it. The king serpent said, You have given me freedom, great king. In return, I and all my subjects will serve you faithfully. Come with me to my kingdom. Eager to visit the world of serpents, King Ugasena ordered his chariot. Make ready the royal chariot and yoke the mules. Bring forth the elephants in their golden trappings, for we will visit Serpent Land. Drums were sounded, tables were beaten, conches blown, and cymbals clashed. As King Ugasena and the Serpent King with a large following left the city.
We appreciate your kind presence for Between Master and Disciples. Join us again next Monday for part 4 of The Reincarnations of Shakyamuni Buddha. Animal World or Co-Inhabitants is up next, right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. We wish you much joy, peace, and abundance.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/BMD.